They may have played the happiest BFFs in all of New York City on TV, but in real life, the stars of Friends haven't exactly had it easy. From drug issues to difficult relationships to legal troubles, here are the dark secrets of the cast of Friends. Matthew Perry has been very candid about his struggles with addiction to prescription pain pills and alcohol. According to Page Six, Perry has been in rehab twice, once in 1997 and again in 2001. You'd think being on one of the most popular sitcoms at such a young age would be a dream come true, but Perry continued to struggle. He told Today in 2013, "I was on Friends from age 24 to 34. I was in the white-hot flame of fame. The six of us were just everywhere all the time. From an outsider's perspective, it would seem like I had it all. It was actually a very lonely time for me because I was suffering from alcoholism." Perry reportedly doesn't remember 3 seasons of the show, but he wanted to make it clear that he never abused drugs or alcohol while on set. As he told Today, "I was never high at work. I was painfully hungover. Then eventually things got so bad I couldn't hide it, and then everybody knew." In a 2016 appearance on the Hollywood Reporter podcast, Awards Chatter, David Schwimmer revealed that becoming an instant celebrity following the immediate popularity of Friends in 1994 wasn't all it was cracked up to be. Schwimmer said, "It was pretty jarring, and it messed with my relationship to other people in a way that took years, I think, for me to adjust to and become comfortable with." The mega fame that accompanied his role as paleontologist Ross Geller even became an issue for Schwimmer's entire approach to acting. He further explained, "As an actor, the way I was trained, my job was to observe life and to observe other people. So I used to walk around with my head up, really engaged in watching people. The effect of celebrity was the absolute opposite. It made me want to hide under a baseball cap and not be seen." In a slightly darker echo of David Schwimmer's reaction to fame, Friends co-star Matt LeBlanc also said that he retreated from the spotlight, but for admittedly more depressing reasons. Speaking with The Mirror, the actor who played carefree Joey Tribbiani revealed, "For years and years, I barely left the house. I was burnt out. I wanted to not have a schedule, not be somewhere. My agent was bummed. I'd call mine and say, please lose my number for a few years. It was a very dark time. I almost had a nervous breakdown." Around 2006, LeBlanc retreated to his Californian cattle ranch and focused his attention on being a good father to his daughter, Marina. As he told The Mirror, "Spending time with her is the best thing I've ever done. We have a great bond, and it's the best thing in my life." While discussing an episode of his comedy series, Episodes, in which his character gets arrested for drunk driving, Matt LeBlanc admitted to The Telegraph to receiving 2 DUIs in real life before he became a household name. "It was when I was young and stupid. I wasn't driving fast, just crooked. The press never got hold of the mugshots. I was lucky." The Friends alum went on to claim that acting out those situations in front of the camera allowed him to avoid them when he's not working. He told The Telegraph, "It's like preemptive therapy, a crystal ball. I see the results of my indiscretions before they happen. These days, the writers have to protect me from myself. I pitch stories to them and they say, 'Oh God, Matt, you don't do that. Don't tell anyone. For God's sake, go to church.'" In 2014, a jury found Lisa Kudrow in breach of contract after a lengthy legal dispute with her former manager, Scott Howard. He filed his suit in 2008, claiming Kudrow, who played flighty musician Phoebe Buffay, owed him residuals from when he still managed her. Howard claimed he was owed 5% of Kudrow's residuals from her time on Friends, and a Los Angeles Superior Court jury agreed, ordering Kudrow to hand over $1.6 million per The Hollywood Reporter.
"I believe that at the end of the day, the agreement should be honored."
Then things got weird. The jury foreman during the trial wrote a letter to Kudrow's lawyer and apologized for the verdict, explaining, "I personally hold her in the highest regard for her bravery, honesty, and determination in facing public scrutiny and media attention for what is and should have remained a private matter. In order to fight for what she, and now I believe was right, please pass on my personal apology." Like many celebrities, Courtney Cox, who played perfectionist chef Monica Geller, may be guilty of going a little too far in the pursuit of the so-called fountain of youth. Long rumored to have had all kinds of plastic surgeries, Cox eventually opened up in 2017 about what she's done to maintain her appearance. Cox told New Beauty, "I grew up thinking that appearance was the most important thing. That's kind of sad because it got me in trouble. I was trying so hard to keep up and I actually made things worse." Discussing the procedures she's had, the Scream star revealed, "Well, what would end up happening is that you go to a doctor who would say, 'You look great, but what would help is a little injection here or a filler there.' The next thing you know, you're layered and layered and layered. You have no idea because it's gradual, and it's worse in pictures than in real life. I have one friend who was like, 'Whoa, no more.'" Since then, Cox has taken a more natural approach to growing older and actually attempted to undo much of the work she previously had done. The Cougar Town star explained, "I've had all my fillers dissolved. I'm as natural as I can be. I feel better because I look like myself. I think that I now look look more like the person that I was. I hope I do.
If someone has a little bit of an imperfection, I love it.
Matt LeBlanc has found his personal life in the tabloids on more than one occasion. During an interview in 2005, LeBlanc admitted that he had interacted with a stripper while on a motorcycle road trip with 5 of his friends in Canada. The actor told the National Enquirer, "The stripper was all over me. I was drinking and she was crossing the line. When I realized the situation that was unfolding, I felt I was being careless and irresponsible, and I had to get the hell out of there." In 2006, LeBlanc shocked everyone, including his wife Melissa, when he filed for divorce. Sources for People claimed at the time that Melissa was blindsided by the decision and hoped that LeBlanc would change his mind. That didn't happen because LeBlanc was already dating his Joey co-star Andrea Anders. According to People, some alleged LeBlanc's relationship with Anders was one of the causes of his divorce, but LeBlanc didn't comment. In November 2014, rumors circulated that LeBlanc had cheated on longtime girlfriend Andrea Anders after In Touch obtained photos of the actor getting up close and personal with various women at a Halloween party in Austin, Texas. LeBlanc's team was quick to deny the report to E! And said, "That absolutely did not happen. Fans were coming up to him all night asking for pictures." In January 2016, NBC announced that the cast of Friends would be reuniting for the first time in years for a pre-taped special honoring the career of director James Burrows. Much to the disappointment of Friends fans everywhere, Matthew Perry's camp soon announced that the actor would not be at the event because he was in rehearsals for his play The End of Longing in London. While he taped a message for Burrows that aired during the special, every other Friends cast member made it to the celebration in person, making Perry's physical absence feel strange. Jennifer Aniston, who played Rachel Green on Friends, was estranged from her mother, Nancy Dow, for more than a decade. The rift supposedly had a lot to do with Dow publishing her infamous tell-all From Mother and Daughter to Friends, a memoir, in 1999. Although Aniston claimed in a 2015 interview that her relationship with Dow was fine, the Emmy winner admitted things were pretty rough for a while, especially when she was growing up. As she told The Hollywood Reporter, "She was very critical of me because she was a model. She was gorgeous, stunning. I wasn't. I never was. I honestly still don't think of myself in that sort of light, which is fine. She was also very unforgiving. She would hold grudges that I just found so petty."
It didn't instill a lot of security in how I felt about my physical appearance.
Jennifer Aniston's surprise wedding to second husband Justin Theroux made headlines for lots of reasons, including because some notable people were missing from the guest list, including half the cast of Friends. Just days after news of the event hit the internet, it was revealed that co-stars Matt LeBlanc, Matthew Perry, and David Schwimmer were not in attendance. LeBlanc told People, "If she wanted me there, I would have been there. I think she's happy, and that's all I care about." Aniston's wedding to Theroux was a surprise to everyone, including Perry, who told People, "It was a surprise to me as well. They're a lovely couple, and I'm happy for them. I wasn't invited, so what can you do?" However, Courtney Cox and Lisa Kudrow were both invited, naturally. In 2010, David Schwimmer purchased a New York townhouse built in 1852, then immediately destroyed it to build a 6-story mansion, per Page 6. Let's just say nobody on the street brought him over cookies as a housewarming gift. One resident who'd lived on the street for 37 years told Page 6, "If I see David Schwimmer on the street, I'll be sure to give him my 2 cents. People who have been living here a long time don't like new people coming in." The Schwimmer hate got so bad that neighborhood residents spray-painted "Ross is not cool" on construction boards outside the property. 5 years after the Friends finale, Courtney Cox returned to television in the ABC sitcom Cougar Town. However, during the first season, the show's future was called into doubt when production was mysteriously halted. ABC said in a statement at the time, "We can confirm production on Cougar Town has been temporarily shut down in order for Courtney to deal with a private family matter." Neither the network nor Cox's representatives gave any more information regarding the specific family matter she was dealing with. However, in 2010, almost a year later, Cox and her husband David Arquette announced they were separating after 11 years of marriage. Their joint statement said, "The reason for this separation is to better understand ourselves and the qualities we need in a partner and for our marriage. We remain best friends and responsible parents to our daughter, and we still love each other deeply." During an April 2021 appearance on Marc Maron's podcast, Lisa Kudrow opened up about the body image issues she experienced on the set of Friends. She explained, "You see yourself on TV, and it's that, oh my god, I'm just a mountain of a girl, and I'm already bigger than co-stars Courtney Cox and Jennifer Aniston, taller, bigger, my bones feel bigger, I just felt like this mountain of a woman next to them." Kudrow admitted that she tried to stay skinny due to her body image issues and perceived societal standards. The Scandal star explained, "Unfortunately for a woman, if you're underweight, you look good. When I was too thin, I was sick all the time. A cold, sinus infection, some kind of flu. I was always sick. Now, the 50-something-year-old has embraced her body and stopped comparing herself to other people. If you or someone you know is struggling with substance abuse and mental health, please contact SAMHSA's 24-hour national helpline at 1-800-662-HELP 4357.